Good evening, students. Today we will start this new chapter, symmetry. So, what do you mean by symmetry? Symmetry means that symmetrical, similar. These are the actually simple words of symmetry. So, in our day-to-day life, also you have seen so many things which are symmetrical, like buildings or your dresses. And nature has also gifted us so many things which are so beautiful. Why they are beautiful? Because they are symmetrical, like leaves, flowers, human, animals, birds, all are having this symmetrical figures. That is why they look beautiful, right? Like my hands, just look at it. These two hands are also symmetrical. Why? Because they completely overlaps each other. We are not going to see any other part of the hand from the other side. So these are the symmetrical things which if we fold it, they can completely overlaps each other, then they are known as symmetrical. So in geometry also we are using these words symmetry. How? So the first thing is line symmetry, where symmetry is divided into parts. Line symmetry is there. So line symmetry is what? A line which divides any figure or any shape into two equal halves. They look completely similar to each other, then that line is known as line of symmetry, or this line of symmetry is also known as excess of symmetry, which always gives you a mirror image from the other side. So suppose if I'm taking some examples here, if I'll take one example where a line segment, so how many lines of symmetry is there which divides this line segment into two equal halves? You know that line segment is a definite or the fixed length, right? So it always having a one line of symmetry, because this length of this line segment is fixed, so that I have to find out the midpoint of it, which divides this line segment into two equal half. So for a line segment there is only one line of symmetry which divides this line into two halves. Here one other thing, a line is what? Where the length of a line is not fixed, it is endless, so that the number of lines of symmetries are also infinite, because the length is not fixed. So we can take any point as the center, so that it divides it into two halves, right? So a line because its length is not fixed. Now I am taking an angle. So angle is having two arms. So how many lines of symmetry for an angle? Obviously one, which divides this into two halves, right? So for an angle, one line of symmetry. For an isosceles triangle, it means that two sides are equal. So how many lines are needed to make it divide it into two equal halves? You can see that if I'll draw a line like this, then only it can divide it into two halves. Why? Because this two sides are equal. It is not an equilateral triangle. I am talking about isosceles triangle. So that for an isosceles triangle, only one line of symmetry is needed, so that it would be divided into two halves. If I just fold it, you just cut a paper and then fold it, then if it completely overlaps each other, it means that this is the line of symmetry which divides it into two equal halves. Now another example is a rectangle, where this is a rectangle. So how many lines of symmetry are needed so that we can divide it into two halves? You can see here one vertical line and one horizontal line of symmetry, right? So two lines of symmetries are needed to make it into two halves. I am showing with a piece of paper. You can see that here this is a shape of a rectangle. If I fold it like this, you can see that they completely overlaps each other. It means that this line is the first line of symmetry, which is a horizontal line. Now I am folding it vertically. Okay, after folding it vertically, again they completely overlaps each other. It means that how many lines of symmetries are there? Now you can see that one vertical line of symmetry and one horizontal line of symmetry. If I'm folding it diagonally, like this, you can see that they are not overlapping each other, right? They are not overlapping each other. It means that diagonal, if I draw a diagonal in this rectangle, which is not dividing into two equal halves, because they are not overlapping, right? So that for a rectangle, how many lines of symmetries are needed to make it into two halves? It is two lines of symmetry, not diagonally. But in a square, it is possible. For in a square, it is possible. If I'll take the same paper and just converting into it a square, right? Then what will happen? You can see that if I fold it like this, so now it is converting into a square, right? It is converting into a square. Now if I am folding it like this, then one line of symmetry which completely overlaps each other. Then this one is the second line of symmetry. This is the second line of symmetry. And if I am folding it diagonally, then also they completely overlaps each other. Look, for in a square, how many lines of symmetries are needed? Similarly, if I fold it from the other side, then also they can completely overlaps each other. So you can see that how many lines of symmetries are for this square? 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 sides are equal and line of symmetries are also 4. Okay, so like this you have to find out the line of symmetry for a square also. Now a rhombus is also having 4 equal sides, but here also we can divide it into two halves by using by diagonally only. Okay, so how many lines of symmetries are needed to separate this rhombus into two halves? Is 2 lines of symmetry. Not horizontal and vertical are not possible, because you can show it with the help of a piece of paper also. Okay, if they completely overlaps, if you're folding it that vertically or horizontally, and if they completely overlaps, then only we can say that this is a line of symmetry. And the next is what? A kite. Kite is also having how many lines of symmetry? Only one line of symmetry. Okay, so these are some examples by which you can easily find out how many lines of symmetries are needed to divide any particular shape into two or more equal halves. Okay. So other topic is lines of symmetry of some regular polygons. So all you knows that what is a polygon? Polygon is basically a closed figure which is made up of different line segments, right? So the least number of line segments which is needed to form up any closed figure is what? 3 line segments are needed, and this is what? A triangle. Okay, triangle is made up of 3 line segments. Here regular word is also included. So what is the meaning of regular? If all the lengths of all these line segments are same, they are equal, then we can say that these are the regular polygons. Okay, so here we are talking about a triangle because the least number of line segments which is needed for any polygon is what? It is 3, and if 3 line segments are there, then it is known as a triangle. So if, because we are talking about regular polygon, so that all the sides are equal, so if all the 3 sides are equal for an equilateral triangle, then how many lines of symmetries are needed to divide it into two halves? So you just see here, I can draw here the line of symmetries which gives the other side as a mirror image. So how many lines of symmetries are needed? You can see that here 3 lines of symmetries are needed. So we can also say that this lines of symmetry as a median of any equilateral triangle. Okay, so this lines of symmetries are also median because it passes through the midpoint of the base or the line segment. Okay, now the next is what? Here a square. Square is having also a polygon which is having 4 equal sides. So how many line segments are needed? So you can see that here 2 lines of symmetries are needed which passes through its diagonals, and 2 more are needed which passes through the midpoint of the side, right? These are the midpoint which divides it into two halves. So here 3 lines of symmetries are already done. Now one more is needed from this side. So you can see that how many lines of symmetries are needed to for this square. It is 1, 2, 3 and then 4. 4 lines of symmetries are for this square which divides it into 2 equal halves and which gives you the mirror image of it. Now a regular pentagon where 5 sides are there, and we need to and here all the sides are equal. So here again I am going to draw some lines of symmetries which divides it into two halves. You can see that first is this one, and the second which passes through the vertices, and then third and the center of the opposite side of this side. Okay, one more and one more from this side. Okay, so you can see that how many lines of symmetry? 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5. 5 lines of symmetries are needed for a regular pentagon. One more. Now here regular hexagon. For hexagon 6 equal sides. So you just again divide it into halves. 1, then 2. Here it is 3. Then 4, 5 and then 6. So 6 lines of symmetries are for this regular hexagon, where 3 are passes through the vertices which divides into two equal opposite vertices, and 3 passes through the midpoint of the sides. You can see that here. So how many lines of symmetry for a regular hexagon? Here 6 lines of symmetry for a regular hexagons. So like this you have to convert to find out the number of lines of symmetry for any polygon or any shape. Okay, thank you.